crawl for some months and ascend. Why? Maybe somebody was sick and out of fear for his own survival. You know how you go to this hospital and the next thing, oh, I had a friend on campus. It was just malaria, or simple malaria, that there are drugs in the chemist for malaria. The moment he just called and said he has not been feeling well for 2 weeks now, that his headache and body temperature and pains around the joint, the mother sent him transport and said, come. You know the state, but come there now. What the mother felt, she felt insulted. You mean that the last installation we did, it has come, let's cook you quickly. He came back with incisions on his body, different cuts, things buried inside. In fact, he was bragging to me that, do I know that gunshot cannot work on him? The confidence was so much. He will now look at me like this and do like this. So I say, wait. So this guy is saying that in case two of us find ourselves in a risky situation, that I'm dead already. The confidence. Meanwhile, he went there because of malaria. Unknown to him, he had mortgaged the destinies of his generation. Everything buried inside him is an access point. You will think that you have solved one problem, but they open a back door in your destiny. Something that will give them access not only to your life. If Satan give you one, he took 10. You can never benefit from any deal with Satan. Momentary rest, but they leave a back door. And the door is not just to access your life, it's to have legitimacy over your generations. There are people sitting here every night. Anytime there is a strong season of breakthrough about to come to your life, as ladies, you will see a particular big python. A python in the night. It's not harming you. It's not attacking you. But it will just be around your space. Maybe like it's in the room, just there. The creature wants you to know that it's around. That encounter of seeing that reptile, that snake, somebody opened a back door. The snake should have no business having intercourse and relations with you. Somebody opened a back door. Until that door is closed, every helpless person that is born into that family will observe that certain spirits can access them without interruption. Somebody was so self-centered because of his own greed, his own quest to live. The Baba said, but I can help you, I can save you, I can deliver you, but there will be a price. Is there any price? You know, in that season of pressure, they don't want to hear anything. That's how every generation a madman must emerge inside the family. That is the back door. That simple small deliverance. Meanwhile, what you went to solve, eventually you still died. Do you realize that even if it's God that healed you, you will still die? You don't want to answer. Okay, Jesus rose. He commanded Lazarus to come back. Did Lazarus? Where is Lazarus? Now, what you went to solve cannot be compared to what you have opened to a generation. And not, this is why when God says, for this kind of captivity that is lawful, I will have to save your children. Because the verdict that this spirit secured is access. That is what they got. A door. I will deliver a generation that was not consulted in this matter. I will show them mercy. Meanwhile, it is you that is bringing the case. God says, your children. Your children. Have you seen children who are born from childhood with strange appetites for iniquity? I've told you about cases I stumbled upon. Issues of anger. In Sabo GRA, there is a school where a nursery 2 boy was spotted in the bathroom raising the skirt of a nursery 2 girl. In nursery 2, he was already searching. Now, No human being taught him that thing because his brain does not understand he cannot process what sex is yet. But there is a follow come. There is something that came with him because of a door. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you open a door, Satan will have a stake in your harvest. Every time you want to harvest, Satan has his portion inside it. So they saw him raising the skirt of a nursery 2 girl up. When they looked at him, now imagine that boy at age 25. That day he was raising somebody's skirt. Spirits were looking at him. The spirits were gisting. They say, oh boy, this one wait there for this age like this. They look for this. Imagine when we come partner with them. That's when you now hear parents who refuse to weed. They refuse to weed. Now there are cases, don't misunderstand me. There are cases where parents do their best and children still turn out in a very strange way. But when you have people who are negligent about the things that constitute proper upbringing, they now carry the responsibility of correcting the challenge they have created and dump on a pastor or on a teacher. It's not a teacher that should teach your children morals. Have you seen parents that come to school to fight teachers because their children were corrected? They don't know what they are creating. They have no idea. There's a day my mother flogged me. I started suspecting she's not my true. God is my witness. I was persuaded that they picked me somewhere. But every discipline done in love will be appreciated in retrospect. I will save your children. I don't know about you, but any day the wedge, that craving, that yearning, that appetite to create an occasion, to open a door, to compromise, when that burden come upon you, remember that it's not only you are about to mortgage. You are about to open innocent generations up to captivity. I began to fight my own wars early. Because I vow, nothing negative will leave me to my generation. Like David, let me be a man, a bloody man, because of the wars I fought. But let Solomon have peace. Let him have peace. Can somebody pray one minute? Lord, let my generation have peace. For some of you, before you can even save 1 naira, the kind of struggle, the kind of warfare, why should your generation be like that? Some of you, you are under the scourge of the devourer. The devourer collided with you. You wake up early, you sleep late at night, always eating the bread of sorrow. Why should your children experience that also? Lord, give my generation peace. Sickness, you saw it in your parents. Every time they are on drugs, every time they are in hospitals, you too, you are beginning to experience that ungodly narrative. Should your children be brought into that also? You can see delay, the signature of delay. Something that should take 1 year, it will take 10 years in your own life. You saw it in the life of your own parents. Should your children also experience it? Give my generation peace. When these spirits have deployed the full weight of their merchandise, it is to the end that man is brought to captivity. There are captivities that are done because of the captivity is a captive of a mighty. So a spirit exercised strength over you, bullied your will, dominated your willpower, and forced you against your will to contravene the laws of God. That is the mighty. There's another spirit that will not use strength. He will go and use legalities. His own intention is not you. It is different generations that will come from you. When he's looking at you, he's seeing 10 generations. So he can use 7 years to secure legality. Meanwhile, the captive of the mighty is you that they are trying to domesticate through brute strength. That one, if you wake up in spiritual renaissance and you engage the altar of prayer, 21 days, after 30 days, you will start getting notes of victory because you have become strong also in the spirit. But you see, this particular guy that goes to secure legalities before he comes to bring the situation of captivity, he becomes vocal anytime you say, in the name of Jesus, come out. He will say, it was his grandfather. Have you ever heard demons make reference to how they are there? Meanwhile, let me show you their true nature. A demon spirit, no matter how it operates, and by demon spirit, I mean all forms of captivity. When they are checked out of a body, to show you how vengeful, to show you how relentless they are, they go around in affliction, in arid region, in a feeling of, oppression. Then they say to themselves, I will go back to. So even if you were delivered, they still claim you to be their house. Until you die, you are not free in their eye. That's what I'm telling you. If there have ever been a case of demonic oppression in your life, you are part of those, the Bible said, those that war it. It means you will have to spend your whole life fighting, because the spirit will continue to say, my house. He will go and find and make alliance with 7 more wicked spirits and then come with them as backup. It's just like you beat somebody, the person now went home and gathered his guys and came back for you. Woe betide you if you are alone when they came back. From far, he will just point you and say, see, I'm there. in case you don't know what I'm describing. Just that, you came back from one watch night service and you say, me and masturbation, I'm free. They say, leave him. You collided with authority, collided with power. A vessel of God with ranking spoke over you, and the cord of bondage was broken. But they know that, give him time. They went and consulted with Mammon, met other princes and said, if you can help me get this house back, I go owe you one. So it came to pass that 2 days after the new year, you just wore your white t-shirt to come out of the house. Then they now say, see and there. That see and there is, they have consulted with other spirits. One of your ex in the days where you were in Egypt. Those days where you were in the world, your ex will just send you a text message and say, you, if person no check you, you know if you greet person. Now, what you are seeing there is, see and there. They have come for you. You know the way they just point you and the backup start pursuing you? That's what has happened. That restlessness you start feeling, like you don't know how addictions work. The victims don't have peace until they have gratified their appetite. It's like they enter restlessness. Hurry me, Holy Ghost, come. See, there is nothing as satisfying as being free to serve your God. Nothing forcing you against your will to violate the ordinance of God. Now, in keeping with this, when they begin to make all necessary arrangements to create an occasion to secure a door, spirits can go as far as putting you in situations of frustration, make you anxious, just so that in that anxiousness you can make a mistake. Your landlord just woke up suddenly, no challenge, nothing happened, just came and dropped a letter that I just need you to know that in the next 3 months, actually it's because of the law that I gave you 3 months, but the truth is I would have needed you to leave this house immediately. But after 3 months, everybody must leave. As you wanted to reason how to look for a house, they sent a letter from the PTA of your children that they have increased the school fees by 50%. You now went to work because you were feeling anxious from the burden on you. Your performance in your job now dropped. Your boss now fired you. Then as you are on your way coming back from work, You now sighted a strange man coming out of your house. And your wife was in a compromising situation. Now, when all this pain comes on your heart suddenly, that's the first time Satan will now say, you know you that say, no man have seen my nakedness. I said something like that just now. That's why I eventually told you I hide under the grace of God. It is that day you will find people who have made mouth. They will enter actions that is a total contradiction of what they vow with men they will never do. The Spirit brought them to the right level of frustration. That's where people go and sit down in a shrine for the first time in their life. Although they are still born again. They have been pushed to a level where everything looks hopeless. They've gone from church to church to church. They've gone from hospital to hospital to hospital. They have tried everything humanly possible. Now they are at a point where, so if there is solution in that place, let's just go. That's why I don't judge people. No matter what I hear, I don't. The truth is, I don't know the level of pressure they were subjected to. As much as we cannot in any way defend actions or justify what has been done, I cannot judge them.
He drove for some months and ascend. Why?